अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मौत.
That's fine. Right? Play on me, eh?
क्या हुआ तेरा वादा वो कसम वो इरादा भूलेगा दिल जिस दिन तुम्हें वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा क्या हुआ तेरा वादा जिसने प्यार को बेच दिया नशा दौलत का ऐसा भी क्या कि तुझे कुछ भी याद नहीं क्या हुआ
दो दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला लगा ले, हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले, हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले, खेल जगत का सारा उसी न है खेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी एक झूठ सपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है 2 दिन का मेला।
2 दिन की मेहमान जगत में काहे के तू करते कुमारी, 2 दिन की मेहमान देवकी परमात्मानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दमय च नन्दा गोपा कुमरिया गोविन्दाय नमः। श्रीकृष्ण शरणं नमः श्रीकृष्ण शरणं श्रीकृष्ण शरणं नमः 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 श्रीकृष्ण शरणं
मेहमान जगत में काहे के करते तुम्हारे दो दिन की मेहमान जगत में काहे के करते
कोई नाल जय है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाल जय है धन बांध के घटरिया 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 रे कोई नाल जय है धन बांध के घटरिया जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया रे कोई नाल दे धन बांध के घटरिया मारही सूता प्राण निकाले मारही सूता प्राण निकाले प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया ओ प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया रे कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया रे कोई नाल जय धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले जय धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले जय धन कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु कहत कबीर कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु छूट गए सब महल उतरिया छूट जाए सब महल उतरिया कोई नाले दे धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाल जइए धन बांध के घटरिया अरे कोई नाल जइए धन बांध के
परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव कर धन्य बना जीवन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे ओ देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे कर ले अभिवादन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव करो परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू धन्य बना जीवन ज्योति बिंदु
check
परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन
In the box here, right?
Well, just give us a minute, please, and then we will open up an hour. All the children could turn all your face away, please. And in this situation here, I have to find some way to make a compromise the situation so that we'll have it going through. Right?
अब चल कर ले मिलन।
One day this life will leave this body, and I will exist no more in this material world. Every living being must eventually marry the bride of death. Let not the mind lust at physical wealth and pleasures. The services that we can perform, do it now, for you may never get the opportunity to pass this way again. Glorify the name of the Lord and receive His blessings. Ek din hame bhi jana hai. One day we will all have to leave this world.
एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इकता कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, मौज कर देख तमाशा, खेलने को खेला, करनी है तो कर।
Mala. Go ahead. Just hold them. Chapter 1. Devotees, sit around to everybody. We are about to begin with the arati, and we really appreciate if you all could stand with us. It's not absolutely necessary that you stand there, but if you are so inclined, please stand with us. And if for any reason you need to sit, please feel free to take your seats also. Start with that. Om yam dvare mahagore annidotama savriti tamsi priti evi gachanti eke chatma hanujana eke chatma hanujana yam dvare mahagore annidotama savriti tamsi priti evi gachanti eke chatma hanujana hari yo. We need all the children first.
Yeah, children.
All right, the few ladies who were singing just now, could you all sing some bhajan for us while we here? You could use the mic to come on this side. While we do the arati. Come now, come here. Next one. children first. Next person, please.
मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। तुमने लाखो पापी मेरी भारी भागीदारी, तुमने लाखो पापी मेरी भारी भागीदारी, मेरी वासना पुण्य के पूजे,
Anybody else party? Yeah. Will I take flowers and offer? Take some flowers and offer and offer.
My
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल। निश दिन में बजो तेरो नाम,
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 कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल।
हे नंद लाला गोपाला,
गोपाला,
हे नंद लाला गोपाला,
हे नंद लाला गोपाला,
गोपाला, गोपाला,
गोपाला पटी गोपाला,
गोपाला पति गोपाला,
गोपाला पटी गोपाला,
साई गोविंदा 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 गोपाल,
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 साई कृष्णा साई राम,
साई कृष्ण साई राम,
साई कृष्णा साई राम,
साई कृष्ण साई राम,
कन्हैया तेरी बंसी बजाए मेरे लाल,
बाबा आओ मेरे मन मंदिर में,
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 मेरे मन में मेरे तन में,
मेरी मन में मेरी तन में,
मेरे मन में मेरे तन में,
मेरी मन में मेरी तन में,
बाबा आओ मेरे मन मंदिर में,
बाबा आओ मेरे मन मंदिर में,
गीता का बाबा आओ मेरे मन मंदिर में
बाबा आओ मेरे मन मंदिर में
राम 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 परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
राम राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
राम राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
राम राम राम परम सुमंगल राम राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जननी जानकी जीवन राम
जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा
जय जय राम साई राम जय सु रामा
जय जय राम साई राम जय तु रामा
जय जय राम साई राम जय सु रामा
परम सुमंगल राम राम राम
परम सुमंगल राम राम
Thank you all very much for your patience. We have some more chairs here. If somebody could come and help us to open some of the chairs, maybe on the side here where we still have some shade. And in the back there, another row of chairs can go there also. Some of the, especially the ladies, you all can come and have a seat. So somebody just take these chairs and open them there. You can put some on the side here too, so to get the people out of the sun. All right? My friends, today we are gathered in another situation where one of our loved ones has passed on. And many times we cannot appreciate what death really is, this human body, this human structure, what it is really. We are told in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, slok number 20, that this body is not permanent. This body will go. This body will leave one day. And we continue to prepare ourselves for living in this world. We do all kinds of things. We make all kinds of accumulations while we are here. But what are we doing in the preparation for the hereafter? Beta, you could take a chance, sit, you know. You all right? Okay. So today we will be surrendering this soul to the hands of Lord Krishna. And in the Hindu teaching, it is very, very simple. That when you live, and while you live, and how you live, is very much dependent on what will happen to your soul in the hereafter. Hinduism believes in something called karma. For those of you who are not Hindus, I'll just give a simple explanation. It is just like if you're working in a job, when you work, you get pay. You don't work, you don't get pay. You work half day, you get half day pay. Karma is the same thing. If you do good deeds, you will get good returns. If you do bad deeds, you will get bad return. And many of us who do not know and appreciate these things, we would not be able to understand what life is. Every day people are dying. Every cremation ground you go to, average 5. If you go down by the creek, a dozen, sometime on a daily basis. And still we continue to live our lives in such a way that we don't understand that. Ek din choti jaye sansar. One day we all have to go. जिनके लाख पर दीप बरत है, whatever you have accumulated here, jata wahata pasar, when you are going, your hands are going to be open, there will be nothing there to go with you. Why don't we understand that? And we study, so much confusion in our lives. Whether you're Hindu, you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Baha'i, you're Orisha, you're Baptist, whatever you are, one day you will die. Today's Bhayatum. Somebody could hand me one of the handouts you have, please? Anybody? Today's Bhayatum, that he has to go, Mahadeo Maharaj. And just as it is his turn today, it is going to be the turn of all of us one day. We all have to go from this world, no matter whom you are. Raja ranka koi nahi chinhata. If you are a Raja, you will still die. If you are a rank, a beggar, you will still die. Koi nahi chinhata. Sab se karata yahar. And that is the message when you look at somebody who has died. Our brother here, Mahadeo, he has lived his life and he has done so many wonderful things, building home, taking care of his family, and doing so many other things, wonderful things in life. But today when he is going, all that he has that is going with him is this beautiful coffin, and we put pinda in his hand and around him. We have put flower dolls around him, and I'll offer the dubras in a while. And these are all the things that he's carrying, all the expressions that he would have had while he was here. Nothing doing. So we join together and sing Jai Krishna Hare, one that a group would have sing. The two girls who were singing, you all could come and join me, please. Possible? The two of them, if they come here.
We have a different. We know by heart, but just in case. Okay.
So we sing Jai Krishna Hare.
Yeah, the Holy Mark. I go for it. Do you have a Holy Mark there? Krishna Hare,
Shri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हूँ, आशा का दूर किनारा हूँ, जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हूँ, आशा का दूर किनारा हूँ, और कोई न केवल हारा हूँ, तेरे तू ही बेड़ा पार करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान रे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान रे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय जय Hare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare.
Chandra Maharaj ki jai. Biti, let me see the paper. All right, is there anybody to do a eulogy? We'd like to have it now, please. You hold it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next thing is hold on.
Go ahead.
Sitaram. My name is Roshni. I'm Uncle Mahadeo's niece. What can be said about a man who have spent every day of his life enjoying and living life to the fullest? Anybody could disagree with that? Right. Mahadeo Maharaj, the life of the party, the designated drinker and dancer, and the man with his party vibes in his back pocket. Let's give you a little bit of history of the Amitabh Bachchan of the family. He was born at home on Monday the 7th, 1971, the first of what would have been one of the best Granville have produced. Now we all know Uncle Mahadeo have a hot foot, because from since he's small, he never home in Granville. He all over Trinidad. I am 100% sure there isn't any place in Trinidad and Tobago where he have not been yet. All our aunts used to tell us that when Uncle Mahadeo was smaller, he would come home from his weekly adventures and he would tell Mama, Mama, you really have a son, you know. And boy, he was not wrong. I even heard a little rumor about being lost at sea when their boat engine had shut down. It was always said that on his wedding day, to my beautiful Auntie Carmen, he had the biggest smile they had ever seen. And you know he used to smile plenty, so it had to be, I don't know, extra large. I can safely say on that day, that was one of the best decisions and best thing ever happened to Uncle Mahadeo. From since I can remember, and I'm sure everybody will agree, he was the airport man. We used to love coming here, and even when before where he used to stay, and just watch the planes land, planes take off. That's all we used to love to do. And whenever he came down Granville, he used to have a big bag of goodies. Sometimes snacks, and sometimes one set of merchandise from the airport. Pencils, pens, encyclopedias about plane, and my favorite was in notebooks. Dozens of notebooks with the cover being the airport and the plane. Now, my mother watching me, I hope I don't get in trouble, but I used to take all them notebooks, carry it in school, and sell it, because they were high in demand. Ma, you can't correct me. My most favorite trip with him would be the Tobago line we had. He was adamant to find all the beaches, until he jump and he break your foot. But that didn't stop you from liming, because I hear the nurses in the hospital, and he was laughing the whole time. It's no secret he was sick, but it's no secret that everything was done by Auntie Carmen, his sisters, and by extension, the other set, to keep him comfortable. When he was home here, Auntie Popo, Bolo, Auntie Carmen, they were up and down, getting everything, carrying him every doctor, and getting anything humanely possible that he requested. When he was in Granville, now there he was a spoiled baby. Auntie Molly and Auntie Lolly were his nurses. Auntie Mira and my mommy, Aunt Vashti, they were on standby for any medical requests, whether delivery, whether opening up pharmacy to get medication, that's what they were. Now, his brothers, right? Uncle Sonoy, well, you could see what he was, the spiritual advisor and consultant. Uncle Dread. Uncle Dread was his on-call massager. If all you need a massage, let me know, we'll hook up you with Uncle Dread. Although he might call you. See, watching me kind of hard now. Oh, Lord. Anjani, Angelina, Roshana, Giovanni, those were his hairstylists. He would relax, and they would come and massage, they would do hair. His hair done so short, but they're doing pattern and thing for him. And well, I was the shave man, the barber, cutting his hair, and I had no idea what I was doing. So any mistake, we tell him it'll look good. Mr. Krishna Sukram was his personal assistant. Anything and everything he needed, Uncle Sukram was there. And I'm sorry for everybody, but I feel Sukram was the favorite. Don't quarrel now. About 3 weeks ago, we decided to go on the beach and lime. Uncle Mahadeo was in Granville, and as usual, he was the first in the vehicle to go. He couldn't go in the water, but where we put the chair for him, he was reclined, and he had the most peaceful smile, because that was his happy place. He didn't want to go anywhere else. Rain started pouring, and he still didn't want to leave. As we sat in my car watching the rainfall, it was serene. He even began singing and humming. But when we asked him, he started to blush and he got shy. It's indeed a hurtful thing when someone leaves us, but it's more painful when you lose someone after growing so close. To my mamas, my aunts, my uncle, Auntie Carmen, and by extension his in-laws, because he never considered in-laws to be in-laws. Everybody was blood. He would never speak about his in-laws as saying the in-laws. Everybody was his own. He considered just as much as blood, right? You did your best. You guys literally fought time and circumstances, and I'm sure he is forever grateful. My one request is to remember him as you have always known him. Remember him as the man who jumped out the maxi and his shoes stuck in the muddy hole. Remember him as the man who wakes up before everyone to go to the beach just to take a duck and come back. Remember him as the man who makes people stop the car just for you to come out in the road and dance, no matter where, no matter what time. Remember him as the man with the black and green bag, which contained only the best clothes and perfume, which was packed by Auntie Carmen, and who could have never seemed to find his charger. And most of all, remember him as the man who always have a smile on his face and a beer in his hand. Uncle Mahadeo, wherever you are, good luck on your journey, and tell the rest of them we said hello. I'm sure when you meet up, there'll be a big party. Now, the racing schedule was released, so we're going to give him to go up. In case you win, he might give him a half. I'm not sure, so I'll just rest this here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful eulogy. Where are my singers? You will sing another bhajan, kirtan, something for us. Anything? Biti, come. Anything, come. Have a bhajan book if you want. You know, Ekadina Chuti Jai Sansar. Yeah, in a while. Yeah, let us have this bhajan first. Number Ekadina Chuti Jai. You know that?
Yeah, but you don't want to.
What? Which one you want? Just tell me. No. No, you can only sing it. You have it? All right. You get it? Yeah.
What else do you have?
No, it's all right. I will sing Ekadina Chuti. It's part of, it's very important that we sing this bhajana. All right. We sing together, Ekadina Chuti Jaye Sansar. Ek means one, din means day, Chuti means to take a recess, Jaye means to go Sansar from this world. All of us, no matter whom you are, Ekadina Chuti Jaye Sansar. Today's Bhaiya turn, he has to go. One day it will be my turn. I don't know for all. Some people believe that they will be here forever. Not me. I know I have to go one day. It's just that my name is on the list, and God didn't tick off my name yet. Once he tick my name, I gone. So Bhaiya turn today. You don't know who turn is next. जिनके लाख पर deep बरत है, जिनके no matter how much लाख wealth deep बरत है you have accumulated. जाते हूँ हाथ पसार. If you look at Bhaiya home, he has a little flower dolly I put, he has a little pinna I put. That's all. जिनके लाख पर deep बरत है, जाते हूँ हाथ पसार, your hand will be open. Muthi bande aaye the. When you came out of your mother's womb, your fists were closed. You didn't have anything in it. And now you're going, your fists are open. Bhaiya has nothing in it. Raja Ranka koi nahi chinhata. The king, the beggar, everyone will die. You cannot get away from that. Veda Purana Grantha Bahu Bidhipad. Koi na pavat par. All the scriptures tell you nobody will be spared death. That is a must. Bhavasagar mein jivan naya. Therefore, while we are living in this Bhavasagar, this world of trials and problems and difficulties, Jivan, your life is like a naya, like a boat. And sometimes the breeze will blow it this side, sometimes it will blow it that side, sometimes you get a big wave, might want to capsize it your life. But you have to stay strong. And what do? Ram lagavi par. You pray to your God. This morning, one of my pastor brothers in Shogunas, he messaged me and said, happy Indian arrival day. Today is Indian arrival day. Several programs. And I messaged him back, brother, pastor, please be safe because of the COVID situation and all the negatives and the crimes that we are having. And in the name of Jesus, because he's a pastor. So he would appreciate that kind of thing. So I sent that message to him this morning. So all of us have to know, Ram lagavi par. Pray to your God that he will bless you accordingly. अरे एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, एक दिन छूटी, अरे एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, हो एक दिन, ओ एक दिन छूटी जाए, लाख पर दीप बरत है हो, जिनके लाख पर दीप, जात वो हाथ पसार, जात वो हाथ पसार, एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, हो एक दिन, राज रंग कोई नाही चिन्हत, ही चिन्हत, सबके करत यहाँ, सबके करत यहाँ, एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार, एक दिन छूट, वेद पुराण ग्रंथ बहुविधि पढ़, कोई न पावत पार, कोई न पावत पार, एक दिन छूटी, ओ एक दिन, भवसागर में हो जीवन नैया हो, राम लगावे पार, राम लगावे पार, एक दिन छूटी, हो एक दिन छूटी, हो एक दिन छूटी जाए संसार. Sri Krishna Chandra Maharaj ki jai. All right, my friends, we will have a little open session again. I know many of you would want to share some expressions with us this morning, so we invite you all now. Betty, somebody? Yeah. One girl here wanted to say something? No? Anybody want to, please, you feel free to come forward now. You can talk, you can sing a song. If you want to give us a little dance, no problem. Anything. Anybody, please? Oh, look, this young man coming. Yeah.
Sitaram, I apologize about my voice. I'll come sound like a horse today, knowing that this is his favorite thing. My name is Anish, and I'm from Anti-Carmen side of the family. Maharaj, husband, and everybody know this, probably in Granville. I used to be in Granville almost every weekend with Uncle Maharaj. Uncle Maharaj, I consider him as the most favorite person to me. Uncle Maharaj literally called me every single day of his life. I know this. We go horse racing together. We did a lot of stuff together. But the good part of anybody who know Uncle Maharaj, he was very selfless. You know, anything he do, if Uncle Maharaj buy a goatee for $200, he come back and sell him with the goatee for $200 also. He never did, you know, he was always a family person. Everything for Uncle Maharaj was family, his friends, and persons who were very close and dear to him. And it's so amazing that so much people is here tonight. This is only to tell how good and great Uncle Maharaj was. I really miss him. Uncle Maharaj, we did everything. I remember I taken Uncle Maharaj to clubs, playing music with me all 11 o'clock, and Uncle Maharaj sleeping in the car, you know, because those days I really didn't have transport, and Uncle Maharaj was my only means of transport to and from. I really miss Uncle Maharaj. We do real things together. Being the oldest person, he gave me real advice. One of the greatest advice I'll remember. He always tell me, he said, "Let me see good eye first. Let me see good eye first." You know, we made several trips to Tobago, and I remember one morning I came out about 6 o'clock in the morning. I came out, I see Uncle Maharaj with a drink in the hand. I say, "Hey, Uncle Maharaj, what's the time?" He make me read that bottle about 4 times and tell me, say, "You tell me where you see a time and date to drink." That's the kind of person Uncle Maharaj is. He was always front. He was always the person to be in the forefront, always doing things first and coming back. They want to experience Uncle Maharaj sharing his life with me. I know everything about him. You know, when he travels, wherever he go, I am there with him. Uncle Maharaj was a really great person. More than great to me. He was really good to me. I can assure and I can attest to this. My mom can attest to this. Uncle Maharaj is really great to me. He literally gave me a lot of things in life, a lot of advice as a young person, and I will really miss him. I really don't have anything much prepared. I just want to say, Uncle Maharaj, I really miss you, Chupa. How the boys from Tobago will miss you. Sunil and the whole crew, we will really miss you. We will miss all those days we shared together every Friday and every Saturday. Horse racing, that was my thing. Anybody know my thing was horse racing. Sometimes I go in first and picking up the program for him. Sometimes I actually show him how to download the program in his phone, and that was it. He started better online. But Uncle Maharaj is a great person, and may Lord Krishna bless his soul forever.
Okay.
Jai Sitaram. I just want to say 2 lines of bhajan. One mantra. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansucharu Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru Jyoti Bindu परमात्मा से हे मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव कर को, परमानंद का अनुभव कर को, धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, हे मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है। Go, my brother, in the arms of Sri Krishna is waiting for you.
Sitaram, everyone. I am Auntie Carmenice. Uncle Maharaj was really a nice person. He was really a nice person. He always real jolly. He never had any disappointment or anything. He always been there for everyone. He was a person, if he feeling for wonton soup, he would have called and say, well, you know, you could come for the van, I'm feeling for the soup. You would just go and buy it for me, and I'm feeling to come out. We would have gone and buy it for him. He was really a nice person. He loved to go fishing. Fishing was one of his things. Anytime he leaving before he sunrise, Uncle Maharaj done in his van already looking to go. Anyway, he was really a nice person. He make everyone real happy. He was never a dull moment. Was never a dull moment being around Uncle Mahadeo. He was really a nice person. He had everyone going. He was really there for everyone.
Thank you very much. Anybody else want to share some thoughts with us? Yeah.
Hari Om Namo Narayanaye Sri Krishna Govindaye Namo Namah. We respond at this present time to a situation like this, we refer to as the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita was Sri Krishna nectar words. It was original. Prior to that, I have observed something that took place. Observing the armies in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, context of the Gita summarized Karma Yoga, the transcendental knowledge, action in Krishna consciousness, Dhyan Yoga, knowledge of the Absolute, attaining the Supreme, both confidential knowledge. That is chapter 10. While Arjuna was listening to the text related by Sri Krishna, Arjuna accepted the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 10. Being observant, I found out that same thing as my brother, right? My name is Theological Maharaj, and this is my big brother. I the smallest. I observed something recently. The last day he was about to go, he accepted the words of the God, the Germinator, the Organizer, and the Destroyer, Sri Krishna Bhagwan. Why? What was the practical version of it? Is that what happened? Sri Krishna says in chapter 8, verse 5, Yam yam vapi sarvam bharam, the last thing in time of death, if you think of me, there is no doubt about it. Comment what he started to think, he said that he's not feeling well. He asked them for tulsi water, not so Bauji. He asked for tulsi water, he asked for the Ramayana book and so on. And what happened? He said his own mantra, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. At this present time where it's Kali Yoga, this is the time where this verse can be said. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Simple, right? So that is something that I had proved that it worked, because before, the last thing, in a time of death, you recite Sri Krishna name, he will be there. And above all, which is chapter 18, verse 66, he said, Sri Krishna said, surrender yourself. Whatever sins you may have committed, I will take responsibility for it. And there is no doubt about it. Right? So he was, he was a limer. He liked to make people, laugh a lot, plenty. But coming to a serious business is recently what I saw myself. You understand? It wasn't like a story. A story is like Alibaba and the 39 thieves, because I was one. It was truth, right? It was an epic that took place. That's what I heard. And before, when he was down at Granville, he used to mention the same thing. So his time was closing in. And all that was closing in is like God was in him. And that is important. According to chapter 8, verse 5, on chapter 7, verse 24, the Lord says, now it's time for the Maha Mantra. And what is the Maha Mantra? I think I will give all a copy. It is very simple. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the magnificent introduction for the verse, what Sri Krishna says, in time of Kali Yuga, this is what we chant the name of the Lord. I close in prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you for those very wonderful comments. Yes.
Sitaram, everybody. Morning. My name is Sandra Sudin, and I was Maharaj private nurse. When his foot was sick, I used to come every day and dress his foot. And he's really a tripper. I'm going to miss him a lot, because when I couldn't come in the morning, he would call. He said, Gail, when you come in? I said, well, I can't make it this morning, but I'll come later. He was my coordinator for wild meat. So now I don't know who I'm going to get to order my wild meat. I'm going to miss him. He's a real joyful person, and for the time I know him, he has been very kind and very loving, and he always supportive with his family. And when he's not here, he used to be going by his sister on weekend. He said he had to come early in the morning, because I had to go by my sister to spend the weekend. And when he go in Granville, he would call me and tell me, well, you ain't going to see me for the week. I go in Granville by my mother and my sister and them. So all I want to say is that I love him and I'm going to miss him. And he was a good friend. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else want to share some thoughts with us this morning? If not, I'll call my chorus group again from deep down south. I was there in Cedars about 2-3 weeks ago with my motorcycle. Quite a number of us came down there, a whole band of us. And I went down Granville too, because some of the boys strayed from the group and they went Granville, so they will pass all by you there too. That's about 3 weeks ago. So, and we'll be back in Cedars anytime again. Today, I'm tied up here. They're going to Kodis today, but I have to be here, so they will send pictures for me, the bikers. So, my group, come, Betty.
Thanks.
You want a little rhythm, or just play the rhythm?
जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा, जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, जो तुम ताना चाहे जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण Krishna 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 सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा 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 जिसको मिले ना पेरा सुख का मरम क्या जाने जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा नित्य का धर्म क्या माने चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा चाहे अगर उजियारा बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा 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 सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा 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 सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, somebody? Yeah, please. Please, yeah. We are asking all the time. We do not want to leave anyone out, anyone who is interested in saying something. You could sing a song, you could sing a hymn, a kasida, anything for me. I appreciate everything.
Sitaram, everyone. I just want to say much. Since I know Maharaj, he is a very, very good one. Never disrespectful and nice and always helpful and always willing to help people and stuff, you know. And most of the time he in contact, he's always looking out for people and helping people when, he contact me and stuff. And, that is great, you understand? And may his soul rest in peace and may all the dainties keep him. And God bless him through all eternity today. May God give you the strength to keep you too. To keep you going as you go in and Carmen and everyone there. May God give you all the strength. Peace.
Thank you very much. So we are almost to closing time. We have had several messages from Bhagavad Gita rendered by our dear friend, and that will cover that aspect of it. Now we will sing the Father's Love. Well, same version of Mother's Love, but just have changed one or two words. So for the father, grandfather, whatever he was, the children will help us. Committee.
Well, he wasn't a paternal father, but he was a father to all his nephews, nieces, all his family, right? So it was requested, so.
Your father's love should never forget the wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret. Many nights you lose rest, give you the best.
Many nights he woke up late and put you to rest. Many nights he grieved to see you grow from infancy. And many nights he wondered to know what will you be. So use your conscience and sympathy. God said to worship him and then go to him. Pita mohabbat maturana, jo kala kaam kiya hai wahi bana. Your father's love should never forget. The wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret. You may be the one they call the majesty. You may have money in a large quantity. You may have friends in high society. Don't be so proud to know whatever you may be. You may have in riches to comfort your soul, but your Father is the master key of this world. Your Father's love should never forget. The wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret. Never treat your father bad, never make him sad. Make your father happy and glad, he'll never wish you bad. Never treat your father bad, never make him sad. Make your father happy and glad, he'll never wish you bad. You never miss the water till the well run dry. Just like your father when he closes his eyes. Pita mohabbat maturana, jo kal kaam kiya hai wahi bana. Your father's love should never forget. The wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret. The wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret. The wrong things you do, child, you're bound to regret.
Thank you again very much. At this point in time, if we are all satisfied, could we all please stand? The immediate family, children, brother, sister, the immediate family, you all could come and stand around the coffin. As we say a parting prayer for this soul, sisters, brothers, whoever they are, cousins. This valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you will live in the sunshine and taking the pathways away. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you live in the sunshine and taking the pathways of life. It's a long time, you know, we have been waiting for the words that you never did say. Now, alas, all of fond hopes have vanished, for they say you are going away. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you live in the sunshine, taking the pathways of life. Now the time has come when call you. You must go where the Lord has called you. Do not ever forget us, your loved one. To you we have always been true. From this valley they say you are going. We'll miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you will live in the sunshine. And taking the pathways of I. And taking the pathways of I. And taking pathways of I. Let us all bow our heads in prayer. We pray that, Lord, today we surrender the soul into your hands through all the bhajans and the meaningful discussions that we would have had. And we ask that you take care of the soul in the hereafter. O Manadhino Vighano Deva Shankachakra Gadadhara Akshayaha Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Preta Moksha Pradobhava Preta Moksha Pradobhava Omi Savasyamidam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena tvaktena bhunjita magadakasya svidhanam. Om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnam muduchyate purnasya purnamadai purnameva vashishyate. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorima Amritam Gamaya. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Namo Paramatmane Namaha. These devotees have brought us to the end of this part of this morning's service. We now prepare to go down to Waterloo. Where's Chris from Budu's funeral? I am here representing Budu's funeral home also. And here now on behalf of Budu's funeral home, we want to thank all of you and members of the family here for being here with us this morning to give us this beautiful send-offs for our bhaiya here. And we now prepare to leave. And as I mentioned before, I'm representing Budu's funeral agency. And I know that you all are quite satisfied with this presentation, a beautiful coffin and everything else. So, Chris. So those of you who came in a little bit late and you want to have a view, you can come and, in a kind of orderly way, you will come and take a few minutes and you can look at the body, and then from there, we move to go down to the cremation ground. So all of you, please, we have flowers, they could share the flowers, they could, put it in the box. Give your family now, let them, your family self, let them offer it, So we'll tell the people now. Chris. Is Chris around? Chris?
अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.
सबसे प्यारा कौन है? पापा, मेरे पापा, पापा, मेरे पापा, पापा,
ऐसे नहीं होता, मैं हूं ना आपके साथ।
पूछा तारों से, तारों ने पूछा हजारों से, चंदा ने पूछा तारों से, तारों ने पूछा हजारों से, सबसे प्यारा कौन है? पापा, मेरे पापा, पापा, मेरे पापा। ये मेरे पापा के दोस्त है।
नमस्ते। नमस्ते। आप बैठे ना।